Good day to you, dear viewers, and welcome back to the Rolls Royce of geography shows. You're joining me above a mountain range in Austria, in fact, and this will be the first location, the first setting for none other than the critically acclaimed same name place game, which in previous episodes has featured Memphis, Egypt, and Halifax in West Yorkshire. So today we're looking at the Hallstatts, Hallstatt 1 and 2. I think it's Hallstatt. Hallstatt? I don't know. I don't think putting an accent on means I'm suddenly pronouncing it correctly, but the letters are there. I'm putting them together and speaking them in the way I think they should sound. The Hallstatts, Hallstatt 1 and Hallstatt 2. Let's go to Hallstatt 1. And I say it's number one because it was there first. Hallstatt in Austria is nestled in this very picturesque landscape. It's obviously well known for its breathtaking, I might even go as far as to say sublime views. Massively popular tourist destinations. They receive upwards of, I think, an average of 2,200 tourists a day. I was about to say a year. That's not that busy. Anyway, the area of Hallstatt is only 15 square kilometres, so there's a slight space issue. Nevertheless, hundreds of thousands of tourists visit this location per year. Why do they visit? As I've already mentioned, it's one of those stunningly beautiful, quaint? I don't know, I feel like quaint has a negative connotation. Just a really pretty little Austrian town. Yeah, like this is a little town square here, and look, this kid doesn't, the hand, she doesn't really love Hallstatt. Turns out she loves cherries and she loves them cherry much. All right, here's this guy. This is a fucking work safe issue right here. And this woman is like, I could end him right now and just pretend I'm tending to these flowers. Push him right over, he'd flip off, land onto I love cherries very much, and that'd be the end of this charming town that offers snacks. So yeah, beautiful place. It has a rich history. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, obviously, because if you're pretty, you get that badge. And it has a rich prehistoric history too. They're famous for historic salt mines that were basically how this area became a rich region, which is a common theme across the globe. If you pillage the earth and rob it of all of its natural resources, you tend to become pretty rich. But at what cost? At what cost? So up here in the hills, this is where the mining takes place. She's eating a chocky bicky, and this woman is like, can you hurry the fuck up? I don't have time for your shit. What else is interesting about this place? It's home to something called the Vine House. Oh, did I tell you why I came up here? This is where the salt mines are. I'll show you another picture. Yeah, this was the OG picture, but yeah, all through these hills. Salt. Lots and lots of salt. Yes, so the Vine House, or the Bone House, if you figured that one out yourself, is basically the Hallstatt Cemetery. So yeah, as I mentioned before, 15 square kilometres isn't a lot of room, and turns out you can't just push a body out into the lake, and they still want to memorialize, honor the dead. There we go. And so they did it in this unique way. I think they stopped in 1995, maybe because, I don't know, I imagine the process is probably pretty grotesque. This is the part they keep. Sorry, I picked a stock image with a watermark. All right, yeah, so they keep the skull because you can store a lot of skulls in a room. There are about 1,200 skulls. They're all of past residents of Hallstatt. So yeah, getting a skull like in this condition isn't as easy as, I don't really want to get into this. It's quite grotesque, but a really clean skull, it either takes a long time for it to become that way, or you need to. Anyway, all right, another interesting fact about this place, Hallstatt. Let's jump back up into the mines. So during the Second World War, the rock salt tunnels of Hallstatt were used as A storage facility. Now, I'll give you 10 seconds to guess and what they wanted to store in these salt mines. I'll just play the Jeopardy music while you think about it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 boom, boom. So, who wanted to store things in these salt mines during the Second World War? And if you guessed none other than the most hated man on earth, Adolf Hitler, then yes, you win the points. So yeah, this was Hitler's locker, and he stored thousands of pieces of stolen artwork in these mines. The artworks were stolen in 1943 from some of the most important public and private collections in Europe. And salt mines, turns out, they provide the perfect condition for storing artwork, as the interior temperature remains at a constant 8 degrees Celsius. That's about 46 degrees for any imperialists who are listening. These mines are about 800 meters deep, which also gave them aerial bombing protection. So yeah, that's that. Hitler's locker. He had a few lockers scattered across Europe. There is a lot of missing Nazi treasure, or unrecovered Nazi art and treasure. But this art was recovered, and there's actually a permanent exhibition in the place where the looted art is stored. But I want to move on to the next of the Hallstatts. This next Hallstatt is in the Guangdong province in China, and there are actually not too many differences. There are a lot of differences, but on the surface, this town in Hallstatt, this is the Hallstatt, Austria. And yeah, here's an image from Hallstatt, China. So here it is. This is a Hallstatt in the Guangdong region of China. It is what is known as a replica town. So this town mirrors the Austrian Hallstatt down to the smallest details. So from the architecture to the cobblestone streets, it's like a slice of Austria right in the heart of China. So yeah, that's that. Let me show you a couple more comparisons. So this is Hallstatt, Austria again, and this is the Gothic church over here and the boat station. This is Hallstatt Sea, the lake, lots of scrumptious fish in there, I've been told in articles. And yeah, Gothic church. Now we'll switch to Hallstatt, China. Here we go, replica. It doesn't have the same luster, does it? But I appreciate the attempt. So yeah, this is almost identical if you look at some of the details. Obviously, it's looking a little bit newer, but reportedly made out of the same material. Let me show you some others. Oh, this is just the foreshore. So yeah, there's that one and this one here. A little bit different. Missing some of those sublime peaks, but what you gonna do? So while the Austrian version of Hallstatt 1 is obviously a bustling tourist destination, the counterpart is practically a ghost town. Nobody really lives here. And it's often used as a backdrop for wedding photo shoots, which are very important in Chinese culture. When they were building this city, I think in the maybe 2011, something like that, they had basically laid this town down. The foundations were built when that's right, this was funded by a Chinese mining company. And it occurred to the CEO of this company that he should probably let Hallstatt, Austria know what they were doing. And so they got on the horn and they rang up Hallstatt, and I would have loved to have been privy to this conversation. Anyway, were they down with it? No, they were not down with it. They were dubious, and they were a bit like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing? But then they got on board. The mayor of Hallstatt in Austria got on board and thought, hey, this will boost our tourism, although it doesn't sound like they need their tourism boosted when they're so overcrowded by tourists and they're literally shoving skulls into a shoebox. But they became supportive, and the mayor of Hallstatt in Austria even travelled to Hallstatt in Guangdong, China, to be there for the opening of this housing development. In the below region. I apologize if that is not how you say the name of that region. And I tried to find an interesting fact, and I found one. This region, there's probably thousands. This is just the first one that grabbed me. It's home to the country's largest farm for raising the rare golden coin turtle. So I'm going to put up a picture of the golden coin turtle now. So I'm sure that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to close some of these images down. So this brings us to our side topic of the style of architecture, which has been dubbed duplictecture, which is obviously a portmanteau of the words duplicate and architecture. If you don't know what a portmanteau is, get a dictionary. All right. The term refers to the practice of duplicating, I'm saying it like a Yank, duplicating entire buildings or even towns as just demonstrated. There is also an entire Venice in China. There's also one in Las Vegas too. So what do they duplicate? Anything from, it's typically well-known locations, famous sites. For example, the White House. There are at least 4 White Houses in China. The Eiffel Tower is probably the most duplicated building in the world. There's over 50 Eiffel Towers scattered across our globe. The French must find that fucking hilarious, since when they were gifted the Eiffel Tower, they thought it was a blight on their landscape. They hated it, and I'm pretty sure they still do to this day. So yeah, they're tough crowd to please, aren't they? They didn't like the Haussmann architecture that Napoleon introduced, and they don't like the Eiffel Tower either. What do you want? What do you want? Yeah, so China probably has the most architectural doppelgangers in the world, and including all 3 of those things I just mentioned, or 2. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 things I mentioned. But why are they so fond of duplictecture? Jesus. Duplictecture. It's a hard one. It's a few different reasons. Firstly, the country's rapid urbanization. Sorry that I've just left us on the screen of these fucking skulls. I should just jump to, I'm going to change the backdrop to one of the White Houses in China. Here we go. A millionaire, he's probably a billionaire, let's face it, because this costs, it's probably just his pocket change. It was $10 million to build this exact replica of the White House. This is in Shanghai, I believe. Anyway, the rapid urbanization of China, and I guess with a desire or an interest in emulating the West or Western modernity. Yeah, I probably could have researched this a little bit more. I don't want to say anything that's incorrect, but I think that is one of the reasons. There's also something else that's highly valued in Chinese culture, I believe, from what I read on the internet, and that is the mastery of mimicry. Being able to replicate something and replicate it really well is something that's admired and respected. So yeah, I guess the craft personship and whatever else is highly regarded. A lot of these buildings also represent prestige or personal wealth, and that's also why there are so many instances of duplictecture in China. But China isn't the only place that froths for duplictecture. Duplictecture. Fuck. Duplicate architecture. Whatever. Duplicate. Oh my God. I disgust myself. But what's the deal with this phenomenon? Around the world, you'll find replicas of famous landmarks everywhere. But second place unquestionably goes to the US. So I don't really know why they participate in this, but they do. So let's check out some of the examples I found around the world. All right. Okay, so this first one is the Leaning Tower of Niles, and this is in Niles, Illinois. There's also a Leaning Tower of Pisa in China, and there's another one in the US, in Wisconsin. The US wins on the most leaning towers of Pisa, and look, it's right next to a fucking shopping center. Amazing. The second one I love. I've actually come across this one before playing Geoguessr. So this is, of course, the Parthenon, but it is not the Parthenon that you might remember or have seen in Greece. This is The Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. Because why wouldn't you put one there? As you can see, this one is in pristine condition, this replica. The Parthenon in Greece has obviously been all fucked up by, those pesky Venetians. Yeah, this is in Nashville, Tennessee. Parthenon. There you fucking go. All right, next up, Vegas. So Vegas have an Eiffel Tower. Here it is right here. There's a lot of replicas in Las Vegas. It's, I guess, a bit of a novelty city. Yeah, there's a whole city in China that is a replica of Paris as well. And they have a lot of this similar architecture and an Eiffel Tower as well. I've definitely mentioned it before. Featured in a Jamie XX music video. How often am I going to plug that, dude? Okay, I love this one. This is another one that has been bastardized. The Sphinx pyramid combination. This pyramid looks like it's made from some kind of black glass, or it's covered in black plastic or something. I don't know. I can't see the Egyptians participating in that, unless that's just temporary. I think I read that it was way too bright. It might have been distracting like pilots or something. There's the Mandalay Bay. Fucking hell. Sorry, I was just reminded of how terrible. I shouldn't blame the people. I don't blame the people. I blame the fucking Republicans and the NRA and anyone that supports the NRA. Shame on you. And I don't know how you can live with yourselves. All right, here we have another phallus, as seen in Washington, D.C. All right, here we go. So even Bangladesh has had a crack with this mini Taj Mahal. This is like a Taj Mahal for ants. This guy's doing his best Lady Di impression here. This dude's taken a photo or two before. He's even still rocking the sunnies. I would have to take my sunnies off to take a photo of Taj Mahal. All right. He's got a telescopic lens on it. What else? It would be unfair not to include an example from Australia. And here it is. So this is the Sphinx Hotel in Hamlin Heights in Geelong, Victoria. Here we go. You enter through its underpaws, and rather than rob the tomb robs you, because as you can see here, it's a pokies venue. And many a paycheck has been pissed away in this establishment. All right, so in the immortal words of Forrest Gump, that is all I have to say about that. Now let's get on to the game. Okay, so the first map we're going to look at is called Eiffel Tower Replicas and Derivatives, and it is by John Worth. Thank you, John. This says that there are 172 towers in 55 countries. And the original is snuck in there as well. I wonder if we'll get it. Unlikely, I suppose there's a 1 in 172 chance, unless there's more than one image. Apparently there's another one in a region of India, but it won't add to Geoguessr for some reason. All right, let's begin. Okay, so this is a derivative. It's not a replica, obviously, because it's tiny, and yeah, it is what it is. This looks like a little water feature in some city. Which city, pray tell? Not a amazing image, but hopefully we can figure out where this is. Oh, interesting. Check out these number plates. These state flags. That is a state flag, I think. But this also looks like the Californian bear. So this is reminding me of the state flag of... These look like personalized plates. I don't know if these are actually license plates. I don't know. This is reminding me of the Californian state flag. I don't think there's a bear on their license plate. And this one's reminding me of... I think Alabama and maybe Florida have an X. But they wouldn't have the front number plates. Florida is an exception, and Texas is an exception, and California is as well, to the front number plate rule. Anyway, let's look for other clues. Community board. I am getting some southern vibes. I think Alabama might be an okay choice. Or it looks slightly deserty, maybe? Oh, what's that? That looks like something too. Imagine if it wasn't in either of those places. Just imagine. I don't want to deliberate too long. The fact that this slightly resembles the south, the sun is in the right spot, but it's a bit high to really pinpoint. No front number plate on that one. These must be just two special cars. This building looks like a building you might see in the south. Okay, let's try for Alabama. And we'll go somewhere. Helicopter flying over now. Let's try for Montgomery. Although this looks like a smaller town, we'll try Booth. Right. It was in Arkansas, and it was in a town called... Fuck off. You call yourself Paris and that's your Eiffel Tower replica? I guess that's their homage to Paris. Fucking hell. That's funny. What's the Arkansas number plate out of curiosity? Let's have a look. Okay, that's it. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm failing to see the Eiffel Tower here. Perhaps it's been dismantled. If you have seen it, is it even smaller than the one we just saw in Thingy Bob? I get the impression that it's been knocked down. Okay, this is Blue Lake. This chap's name is Vivian. All right, we have De Velocidade. And this here says Fiscal, which is Portuguese. And so I guess this is in Brazil or Portugal, but I'm leaning towards Brazil. Oh, look, there's a Brazilian flag. So that's handy, isn't it? All right, we're in Brazil. It's looking quite tropical. Perfect Perrin. Let's check out the map and see. I'm thinking somewhere slightly south, or even perhaps somewhere in Mato Grosso, although this looks perhaps even too dry for Mato Grosso, but tropical enough not to be, I don't know. It's flat as well. I'm not very good at region guessing in Brazil, but I will. Hold on. Can't drive in there. Okay. Oh, where was the Eiffel Tower? Well, you missed it. Maybe it's in this park or they've pulled it down or something. Who knows? I might just go somewhere outside of Sao Paulo in Registro. That'll do. It was north of Sao Paulo, northwest in Rio Claro. Cool. All right, on to the next. That was a good score for Brazil. That's probably my best Brazil guest ever. Okay. This one belongs on a fucking keychain, not in a park. It's tiny. And they've attached a little light, a fairy light to the top. Yeah, okay. This is in Eastern Europe, I presume. The fascination with this landmark is it's curiously designed. Anyway, we have the painted trees, which are quite common in Eastern Europe. But I just saw some, they're obviously in Brazil as well. I just saw some mere moments ago on the previous page. But I see some snow on the ground and other winter themed things. Okay, struggling a lot. I don't know where we are, but we might go just Moscow, play it safe. Maybe it's more likely to be in St. Petersburg. No, Moscow will do. Okay, it was in Russia, but it was further south in this town here called Voronezh, maybe? All right, that's the smallest Eiffel we've seen so far. Let's see if we can get any smaller. All right, this is just in someone's front yard, and it looks like it's made out of toothpicks or just wood. And they have the flag in their front yard, but does that mean that's where we are? Curious front yard here. They obviously like people having a looky-loo. We're in Europe, in case that was ever in doubt. Driving on the right. Light blue on either side. A lot of European countries have that. That sure looks like a French hotel name. Maybe this is in France, after all. And they're just really proud of their heritage. Yeah, perhaps I will just go somewhere in central France. Maybe they're even in Paris. Should we just do that? Let's go somewhere in the outskirts. Okay, it was closer to Bordeaux. Never mind. Down here in... Oh, I saw that on the sign, I think. Arras. Okay, next. I think that's been my favorites. Whoever made this map is amazing. How did they even find... Did they just drive down every street in the world, looking in every nook and cranny, and they were like, oh, look at this hole in the wall, and this person's Eiffel. I thought that was that flag, but I think it's actually the French flag. And this might be in France as well. These look like the typical French enamel street numbers on houses, the little blah blah chipped off edges. But there are several in Europe as well. Europe, I don't know why I said that like that. Now, where might this be? I've got the beautiful shutters on this building, exposed brick. Is this going to be the south of France? I think I'm gonna guess that. Maybe not too south. I don't know. I'll go there. Fucking hell. Nah, it was way up here in the countryside in this city here called Nuts. No, Nui. Oh, that place. All right, we guessed every country, so that's commendable and a pretty good Brazil guess. That was actually perhaps my closest. That was fun. One missing Eiffel in there. Let's play famous world monuments, and it has 1,000 locations. I definitely don't know 1,000 world monuments, but let's see how many I do know. Maybe 10. Oh, God. I'm already... Hello. This guy looks like Robin Williams. Once. Who's driving that thing? What is it anyway? Street cleaner? One slight breeze and that would be toppling over. All right, we got to the Spanish flag. Is this in Spain? I think it is. I have a sneaking suspicion that I know where this is. So I believe it's a city I have been to before. Zaragoza. Yeah, see? Why did I say it before I zoomed into that sign? Fuck, never mind. Zaragoza. Such a beautiful city. Oh my god. I'll just go here somewhere. Whatever. Okay, next up, famous world monuments. Ooh. Okay, is this Thailand or Myanmar? Thailand, hold on. Can't read that. Okay. What's up? It's a baboon and a child baboon. So intricate. I don't know what this place is exactly, but I think it's in Thailand. I hope I'm right. No, that's India. I'm not sure what this place is called if I'm thinking of the right place, but I suspect it's somewhere near Bangkok, and I'll just pick somewhere on the outskirts. Oh, I was right in the middle of Bangkok. All right, never mind. Okay, here we go again. We have that low sun in the sky. I've got a couple of flags up here. Is that the Hungarian or the Italian flag? Perhaps neither. And here we have 1 billion fucking flags on the wall too. What is this more likely to be? Let's check out the text. Okay, Raffaello, Inferno, Iki Ritorno dal Para. It's all pretty Italian, isn't it? Or is it Fracomina? Yeah, Italy for sure. But where? I am waiting for a bus. Okay. Accademia Italiana Arte, Moda and Design. It's an art school, art university. Funnily, EC art teacher spent a semester in Italy. I'm going to guess the one that they went to and sent me photos of, but it's not... I don't have a photographic memory. But EC art teacher, forgive me if this is a bad guess. Everybody's dressed as if it's perhaps a bit cooler, so this might check out region-wise as well. So my first thoughts were that this could be Rome, of course, but also Florence. But the place I believe this to be, or could be, is near Florence. I think it's a 1-hour train ride, and that is, of course, Prato. So this would be a pretty badass guess if it was right, but yeah, it's probably Rome. Where's the town centre? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go for Prato. Yeah, it was Florence. Oh, Florence definitely has art schools as well. Never mind. Sorry, EC art teacher, that I mistook Florence for Prato. Okay, here we are again, and this is combine PDFs into one. Combine this, Adobe. All right, where are we now? Can you fuck off? All right. Con el medio ambiente envio. The first choice in hybrid vehicles. Okay. All right, dude on the horse. Does that narrow it down? No, it sure fucking doesn't. Oh, look, there's a goddamn flag right here. And it is I think an Italian flag again. Hold on. No. Wait a sec. Perhaps, yes. Wait a second. Wait, but is that the Hungarian flag? Oh no. How bad am I? Pretty bad. Let's... Oh, it's also a Mexican flag. Is it? Shit. How can you not distinguish between those three places? Fuck. Alright. We saw Spanish. It must be Mexico. Get a fucking grip. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. And those number plates aren't Italian. Is this Mexico City? Forgive me. I am not very good at guessing in Mexico. I'll just go somewhere downtown. Alright. Spiky. With some pretty humble looking terracotta pots out the front. Okay, let's have a look at this sideways flag. That is not conveniently arranged. Okay, is that a red number plate? Thought there was a tissue box up there on the dashboard. If that was the case, we would have been in Coburg in Melbourne. All right, what have we got here? I am struggling. Penrith? No. Is this just like Dubai or something? Oh gosh. Oh, it's a mosque. Massive harbour here, and maybe that's our clue actually, because we're facing north and we see a port in front of us, almost directly in front of us, with a mosque that's relatively close to the water. It looks to, I thought maybe Dubai, but then I don't know, it doesn't look as schmick. Is that the word? Maybe I'm thinking too far. All right. If it was Yemen, it doesn't have the correct facing port. I guess it could be Muscat, but I feel like they wouldn't have a sign like this in Muscat. I could be wrong. I think I'm going to rule these out. It could be up here it could be Qatar. Doha? Maybe Doha. I'll just pop it down for a second. Nice Noah near Doha. That didn't work. I guess it could be here as well in Bahrain. Could it be Kuwait? Potentially. Don't think it's... Could it be Egypt? Maybe. Port Said. Syed. Look, I'm gonna pop that there for a seckie, I think. And could it be Lebanon? Excuse me. I suppose it could be Beirut. But not seeing a mosque anywhere near what I believe to be the port. So yeah, is there? Oh, there's a mosque there. Hold on. We're looking north and the road goes that way. That actually looks perfect. Weirdly. And the port's right there. That looks perfect. But let me just check out. Port Said. Where was that? Somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay, it's a long port that kind of goes in. Floating bridge. They have a mosque, there's going to be lots of mosques, isn't there? Doesn't fit road-wise. That's presuming the compass is correct. Could also be like Algiers. No, Algiers is cliffy and doesn't look like Tunisia either. Plus there's that flag. But is that the Lebanese flag? Maybe. Just fits really well. But Muscat fit too. Let's have a look and see if the road... They don't really have a big port like the one I'm looking at. You know what? I think I'm going to 5k this. I'm feeling very confident. Famous last words, hey? But that is a mosque right beside us. We're directly on the road. The perfect road angle. It's even... Oh no, it's not. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's that little thing. Scoops around, some buildings over there, that little offshoot street. I think we're on the money. This will be nice. All right, let's guess. That's the most time I've spent on anything in a long time. Yeah, thank you. Beirut. I think it was in Beirut. What a great way to finish that round. Holy shit. That's some score right there. That's an amazing score. Fuck. Let's... Oh yeah, that was alright. This, a 5k. Unbelievable. Here we go. Oh yeah, that was the EC art teacher. Fuck up. That one was lucky because I've been to that city and I'm missing one. Thailand, Lebanon, Italy and Mexico City. Amazing. Giving myself a pat on the back. Alright, next up, we've got two more. Misleading map and this one, the guy with the white hat. It's not related to anything I've spoken about in this episode, except, no, nothing, literally nothing. The name just caught my eye and I thought I'd like to play it. Maybe we'll finish with the man on the white hat and begin with misleading map. So this is countries or regions to trick us. This will really annoy me, I suspect. Let's play it. I won't be fooled by you giraffes. Yeah, I'm going to do badly. All right, we've got some of these guys as well. Double unicorns. Kilimanjaro. I think I'm just going to guess Kilimanjaro. There's no way. I can't see the mountain. It's got a big map of Kilimanjaro here. Is this a headless emu? It bloody looks like one. Could this be in China? We know how they do, how they go. Would I be remiss in just guessing Mount Kilimanjaro? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's do it. Because I can't be bothered playing mind games, guys. I'm not in the mood for you. But I'm about to demonstrate that I don't know where Mount Kilimanjaro is. I think it's near Lake Victoria. Oh no. More like Kilimanjaro. Fuck. It's definitely somewhere in Tanzania. Maybe not that close to Lake Victoria. Somewhere, maybe somewhere around here actually. In the mountains? But I can't see it anywhere. Maybe it's somewhere in here. I'm just gonna go there. Fucking hell. Yeah, see, that was... Anyway, Mount Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, but that was Kilimanjaro, and it was, yeah, this fake safari park kind of near Mexico City. 0. Congratulations to you, Yana. All right. I didn't even know what this is pretending to be, let alone where it actually is. This guy's got a mozzie net on, but the classic onion-shaped domes that you will see in Orthodox churches. Shit, eh? Shit out of luck here. This guy's got the chili box or the esky, balancing it on his shoulder. That says fucking Recife, and I know where that is. But what is it pretending to be? Is it pretending to be somewhere in whatever, Eastern Europe? Interestingly, there was quite a few Eastern European immigrants that moved to this area before and after the Second World War. I've mentioned a particular Polish-Brazilian author before on this channel called Clarice Lispector, who lived in this particular city, which is, where is it? Fuck. Somewhere on the coast. I'll find it one day. There it is. Now, it'd be pretty misleading to have a sign that says Recife. I've got to learn how to say that one day. On the harbour. And it's facing in the right way. Yeah, it's facing east. So that's something. There's the port. It's got to be here, right? That's the breakwater. It must be along this boulevard. We'll just go there. No, it wasn't. That was the breakwater there. That skinnier one. Never mind. Pretty good score anyway. Even though the place name was right in front of our face. All right, here we are on a street. This is looking like somewhere in a place called, you know the one, none other than Aleppo. There's no way we're in Aleppo. No way. No way we're in Aleppo. Come on. Are we? We're not in Aleppo. We can't be. A few different things going on here anyway. We've got this pied store, falafel. I guess this is like a district but it might just be France or Italy. Might be Berlin. No. It's a district, like a Turkish district or something, I'm seeing the words, but pretty sure this is Turkish here. Aleppo is obviously a city in Syria, and I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying, but there's also a word here that says Werkstatt, which is fucking German. All that to say, we're probably in Germany. Puckersheim. Come on. And Berlin's quite famous for its like Turkish food. That looks French though, but this is German. Ein Auffahrtag und nicht Freihalten. How's that? Are there any German experts? Let me know what you think of my German in the comments. Okay. I think I just have to go for Berlin. Boom. There we are. It wasn't. It was in Cologne. There you go. Never mind. Nothing I could do there. All right. Hello. Two chaps here. A little bit of rubbish, unfortunately. And one fucking badass pigeon surveying his kingdom. Oh no, two. There's another one. Sorry. Got some bananas, a coconut, 3 lyrics away from a lion, king song. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I suspect this is probably India, and I think they are Indian characters. The further north you get, I know I've said this 1,000,000,001 times, the text, you often see it with a line across the top. But in the south, not so much. This more like circular looking text that you see here in Chennai and Puducherry. Wonder if that cherry loving child from an earlier image has been to Puducherry. All right, so I'm going to go down here somewhere, not this far south, although it looks quite tropical-ish. We'll just go here. Okay, it was much further north in Far, Bubanesvar. Okay, it doesn't matter. So everything I said about the text, to be fair, it's not showing any text when I zoom in on this map, is it? I'm going to have another look. It is there. Maybe this is the cutoff here. Whatever. Don't listen to me, obviously. Here we go. All right. This is... Okay. This is going to be in... I was going to say somewhere in Oceania for a second, but... No. It's somewhere in Spain, probably. But we have these temples up here that are there to mislead us. I imagine this is probably Spain. Casa de something. Quite hilly. I've been carrying on for a while, so I'm just going to make a quickish guess, and maybe somewhere around this region. Oh my god. Okay. So the Spanish was the part that was meant to be confusing, not the... Fuck hell. Whatever. You do you. Why? Oh, I was doing so well. Nah, I wasn't really. 2 trash guesses. That's the first Kilimanjaro mix-up. All right, on to the round that everybody's been waiting for. The guy with the white hat. Hopefully it's not the bad white hat. I really hope it's not that hat. That'd be a downer way to end this episode. Just need a sip of my drink. All right, let's play it. All right. If I don't see a fucking guy with a white hat, I will be ropeable. He better have a white hat. Or is he holding one? He's got a mighty thick heel there. Okay. K2? What's this? Europe? Shit. I don't know. Is this France? Pity I can't read graffiti. No freaking idea. Can't even get a number plate clue. Is this the tower in Berlin? I think I will go with that. Better not be Paris. Dusseldorf. All right. Never mind. We got Germany, so that's an A+ for us. Where is the white hat? Did you mean white shoes? Is that what you meant? This guy's got some of the white Nikes. The Wikes on hotels. Jesus. Some marketing genius came up with that. What do we got here? Is that the flag of Kyrgyzstan? Kazakhstan, maybe? No. Oh my god! He's there! Is that Justin Timberlake? Did I miss the first one? I'm going to have to go back and look for it because, wow. Wowee. Cool. We've got front yellow and back yellow. We all know what that means. And I guess the word Hoge supports it, doesn't it? Maybe not. Wilhelm Napier, Rotterdam, hell yeah, and Gangways. So are we in Bruges? We might actually be in Bruges, but it says Bruges there, yeah. And then on the way to Rotterdam. Okay, so that's all well and good, isn't it? We must be in Bruges. That's pretty cool. We're on the bridge, are we not? Let's have a quick look over seemingly troubled waters, I should say. Let's just say it's here, that'll do. No, we're in Rotterdam on our way to Bruges. So we were in Rotterdam. Never mind. So glad I saw the guy with the white hat. All right, let's have a look. Are these the white hats here? These are skipping stones. Okay. What do we got? Let's try and spot the white-hatted man first. Pleased to say it wasn't the white hat we all feared. Thought that was a white hat, but I think that's just their white hair. Peter Apple. No white hat. Perhaps these images have been updated. Maybe I'm wearing the white hat. Alas, I cannot find him. I imagine this image has been updated, replaced with the last, although it is a user Wait a second! There he is! There he is! Hello! What the fuck? Alright, we gotta be in Rotterdam again. There's no way that this guy has appeared all over fucking the world in this hat, and it looks like Rotterdam again. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh, it took me ages that time. No. What? They're all submitted by the same guy, but yeah, this is freaking funny. Hello there. Closer look. Look at his tiny arm. Alright, we gotta be in Rotterdam again. This guy hasn't changed outfits. Yeah, we'll just jump back down to Rotterdam town. There we are. What? Get out of town? What? The same outfit. That's hilarious. Okay. Alright. Final location. Oh my god. And he's in the Netherlands. Okay. He's back home. Although, that says that's Slovakia. And Slovakia, they might be on a road trip. They are on a road trip. Him and another person submitted this one. How did this happen? This is so funny. It's definitely the same guy, isn't it? It's definitely the same guy. I'm going to say Slovakia for this one based on the amount of... I hope SK is Slovakia. If not, I'm a right fool. What else would it be? What else is it? Has to be. All right. We'll just say we're... Perhaps they've travelled through... They're on the way to Bratislava. That'll do. All right. Let's view the results. That's so funny. How did he... Yeah, should I play that again? How many locations were there? Let's... 98! Get out! 98 locations. Unreal. Alright, I like that map. I'm going to play that again and see the white-hatted man in all of his glorious iterations. That is the sad conclusion of this episode. I hope that was a fun map to end on, and yeah, I think it was a pretty, conceptually apt episode to end on because it was an episode about duplicates and that man had duplicated himself all over the world. So that's it. Thanks again and hooroo.